Hey, quick question. Have you ever arrived in a city and felt both excited and strangely nervous, like maybe the place won't live up to the postcard in your head? That was me before Osaka. I'd seen the photos, the neon, the food, but I didn't know if the real city would match the dream. So I decided to test it, to taste it, touch it, and live it for myself. 7 days, one mission. Find the true Osaka, not the glossy version, but the messy, spicy, unforgettable reality. Stick with me, and I promise, you'll want this video to never end. Oh, and if you love travel, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, do you prefer old tradition or big, shiny modern cities? Let's go. The first thing that hits you in Osaka is sound. It's not just noise, it's a music of the city. Crosswalk chimes, yells from street vendors, the hiss from a takoyaki grill, conversations in a dozen tones. Then the smell, fried batter, soy, sweet okonomiyaki sauce, and the softer scent of warm sea air. Osaka sits on the Kansai Plain, a heartbeat away from Kyoto and Tokyo, but it has its own voice, loud, friendly, unapologetic. It is the place that laughs more than it poses. Here's the conflict that made my trip interesting. Osaka looks like a postcard, but it's also a real, working city. Tourist hotspots rub shoulders with commuter life. You'll want to photograph everything, but you'll also want to slow down and listen. Do you race to tick boxes, or do you sit on a park bench and watch a grandmother feed pigeons? That tension, rush versus linger, is the heart of Osaka, and in this video I'll show you how to balance both. Start at Osaka Castle. From a distance, it rises like a storybook turret, all white and green and gold. Walk through the park and feel the breeze, especially during cherry blossom season, when petals fall like confetti. Inside the grounds there are cyclists, families with bento boxes, salarymen on their lunch break. The castle itself, stoic. Built in 1583 by Toyotomi Hideyoshi, it's more than stone and lacquer. Its history you can press your palms to and almost feel the echoes of the 16th century. Pro tip, rent a bike and circle the park. The motion, the smell of grass, the warm sun on your face, that's Osaka in slow motion. If you're enjoying this, do me a favor and smash that like button. Next, head to Shinsekai and Satenkakaku Tower. Here the city goes retro. Neon signs, arcade windows, and that famous Billiken statue. Rub his feet for luck, and you'll join the queue of locals doing it with a grin. The area's food stalls are a sensory overload. Steam, sizzling oil, laughter, and the smell of kushikatsu. I remember a small shop where an old woman flipped skewers with the speed of a magician. She winked when I tried to speak Japanese, handed me a skewer, and the flavor slapped me into another mood. That's Osaka hospitality. Direct, warm, and a little cheeky. Quick reminder, subscribe if you want more travel stories told like this. Then there's Kuromon Ichiba, Osaka's kitchen. If markets had a heartbeat, this would be it. Imagine aisles of fresh fish glistening like jewels, mountains of mysterious pickles, wagyu displays that make your jaw drop. Chefs stroll through choosing ingredients like artists choosing colors. Try takoyaki here, little octopus balls, crispy outside, molten inside, and watch your expression change from curiosity to, why haven't I had this sooner? The conflict here is delicious. Do you try everything or save room for one perfect bowl? My advice, sample, share, smile at the stall owner. Food is the best conversation in Osaka. Switch gears and head to the Umeda Sky Building, the Floating Garden Observatory. This structure is sleek geometry against the sky. Take the elevator up, step onto the outdoor deck, and watch the city's patchwork of lights roll out beneath you. The guidebooks call it breathtaking. They aren't lying. At dusk, watch shifts of workers leaving stations far below, like tiny tides. There's a quiet melancholy up there too, a reminder that even bustling cities pause for a breath. Pro tip, go at sunset for light that makes the skyline glow. Bring a light jacket, it gets windy up there. If you've enjoyed this tip, hit like and tell a friend. You won't believe it, but Osaka is the birthplace of instant ramen. At the Cup Noodles Museum, you can build your own cup, choose broth, toppings, and even decorate the cup. It's playful, nostalgic, and a little absurd, the perfect slice of modern Japanese creativity. I made my own ramen with shrimp, egg bits, and spicy garlic, and yes, it tasted like victory. These little human inventions remind you, culture isn't only old temples, it's also the joyful hacks people create for everyday life. Walk to Kaiyukan Aquarium in Tempest Harbor Village and watch whale sharks glide by like drifting islands. The tanks are huge. The sense of scale will make you whisper. Kids press their faces to glass. Couples point and replay the moment in slow smiles. Right next door is Tempest and Ferris wheel. Ride it at night and the city's LEDs look like a circuit board of tiny stories. The view is calming, a perfect counterpoint to the frantic arcade energy down below. Want a quirky memory? Rent a go-kart and cruise the streets in costume. Yes, it's touristy, but it's also hilariously fun. You'll pass locals who grin and wave, and the city will feel like your playground. Safety is tight. Helmets, trained staff, and radio comms. It's the kind of experience that makes you laugh for hours afterward. And if you're after theme park spectacle, Universal Studios Japan delivers. From Hollywood Zones to Jurassic Park, the rides are cinematic. But the standout? Super Nintendo World, a pastel, interactive Mario universe that somehow turns kids and adults into giggling players. Seeing families pass power-up blocks, cheering together, it's not just entertainment, it's communal joy. My favorite memory, a little kid teaching his granddad how to play. That mix of generations laughing together is everything travel should be. Okay, practical talk, Osaka is for everyone, solo travelers, foodies, families. But don't try to cram everything into a day. The conflict I face, and I bet you will too, is FOMO. You'll want to sprint from spot to spot. Don't. Pick 2 neighborhoods a day and actually stay. Have one proper meal without looking at your phone. Talk to someone. Ask small questions. Those micro moments become the memories. Buy attraction tickets in advance to skip lines. Get an IC card for easy transport. Carry cash for tiny stalls. Learn a few words. Arigato and sumimasen go a long way. Before we close, let me tell you about Yuki, an elderly vendor I met in Kuromon. She'd run her stall for decades, hands calloused, laughter loud. She didn't speak much English, but when I pointed at a skewer and mimed delicious, she burst out laughing and served me an extra piece. Later, a rush of customers came through, and she looked tired, and I asked if she wanted me to help pack an order. She nodded. We worked together in silence, and when she handed me the change, she pressed a small origami crane into my palm. For safe travels, she mouthed. It was a tiny exchange, but I still have that crane. That's Osaka, small acts that feel enormous. So, friend, what's the verdict? Osaka is noisy and gentle, modern and rooted, silly and deeply sincere. It will overwhelm you, then ground you. It will feed you takoyaki at midnight and teach you the taste of living in the moment. If you've made it this far, thank you. And do me a favor, like this video if you felt the vibes, subscribe so we can wander more cities together, and drop a comment below. Do you prefer Osaka's traditional side or the flashy modern one? I read every comment, promise. Until next time, keep your passport handy and your appetite open. Arigato, and see you on the next adventure. Like this? Share it with a friend who needs an Osaka trip. Subscribe, click the bell, and I'll bring you more stories like this, raw, human, and impossible to forget.